I hope everybody's having a great day. I have not done this in a little while because I've been more so going live on Instagram, and I felt that it was a good idea to keep both platforms engaged and also just practice doing these things that are going live. I am going to do my best to alternate between going live on Instagram and going live on Facebook. The cool thing is on Instagram, I can only go live on my cell phone, from my cell phone. And on Facebook, for whatever reason, I have this GoPro, which is what I'm recording on right now. And this actually lets me go live from the GoPro, which is actually really, really cool. And I want to work with that a little bit more. And one of the inspirations of me going live and talking to camera, I've done lives back and forth over the past couple of weeks, months, and I was inspired to do a 30-day talking to camera live challenge. What started as not necessarily live, but more so just me recording myself and giving myself some feedback, because one thing that I notice about when I record myself and the way that I communicate, there are some things that I like, there are some other things that I really don't like. So I actually put together a little challenge for myself, and already I'm seeing improvements in how I communicate, not just like here in this talking to camera from my living room kind of aspect, but also I'm noticing that it actually helps with how I communicate with people while I'm out and about in my day-to-day. So before we jump in, if you have any interest in improving your communication skills, if you want to get better with going live, I put together a 30-day challenge. If you want to see what the 30-day challenge is, I'm more than happy to share it with you. Comment the word GROW below and I will send it to you. But for now, this is going to be quick. I'm going to go right into the topic of today's live, which is my number one book recommendation. I am a big reader, if you can't tell. I've definitely not read every book out there. However, I've really developed a great habit for reading. I love reading positive material that stimulates my brain, stimulates my mind, and helps me solve problems in my day-to-day and become a better person, become a better communicator, a better businessman, a better athlete, and so on and so forth. And I will tell you, based off of a large sampling of different kinds of personal development books that I've read, that I've studied, there's one that absolutely is at the top of the list, and it's actually a book that I'm rereading right now, studying right now. And the book is called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Some of you might have heard of it. Some of you might have never heard of it. This is a copy of my book, and it's getting pretty beat up. I've had this for a little while, but I really, really like this book. In this book, the story of Napoleon Hill, he's actually a very incredible guy. He pretty much studied like 20,000 people during the course of his career, interviewed lots of different people, but also was able to interview people like Andrew Carnegie, Charles Schwab, Thomas Edison, these people who kind of built the foundation of where we are today in terms of our culture, in terms of our business industry, the way that we operate. And he was actually able to interview these people, and he put together a system for what those people did in order to achieve these incredible feats that they were able to achieve in their lifetime that lasted far beyond their years. I mean, Henry Ford with creating the automobile, Andrew Carnegie, creating the steel industry. And there are many, many different examples. And I really like this book. Out of all the personal development and growth type books and stuff that you hear from the coaches and the gurus and all the people out there, they are just very, very simply repackaging information that Napoleon Hill wrote about in here, which Napoleon Hill probably found from the Bible and from the Stoics and from, the sources of thought leaders that Napoleon Hill studied, but also from the practical hands-on knowledge that he was able to accumulate when he was writing the book. So the question is for you, if you are looking for a really good book to help you get to that next level, to stimulate your mind, to achieve something that you've never quite figured out how to achieve yet, or if you're feeling stuck and you need something that's going to put you on a path towards that growth that you want to see for yourself, and you've never heard of or read Napoleon Hill, I suggest you check out this book. give it a shot, read it, but don't just read it, because it's not just a book that you read once and it's like, oh, that was really entertaining. Now what? The author actually gives you practical steps on each single chapter that seem very simple on the when you read them for the first time. It's like, really? That's all I got to do? Yes, that is all you have to do, but you have to do it with persistence and belief and faith, and do it for an extended period of time so that the habits can be created. And when you actually take action and do the things that the author writes about, that's when you will begin the process of creating personal change in your life. So that's all that I wanted to share today. My number one book recommendation, if you want to grow, if you want to get to that next level, and you're looking for a good, positive type of book material that will help you achieve that, I definitely suggest you check out Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's one of my all-time favorites. I hope this helps. I hope you enjoy it, and we will catch you on the next one.